All right, let's cut through all the noise. We're not talking about some far-off sci-fi future. We're talking about right now, the next 24 months. Because by 2026, the AI landscape for business is going to look radically different. The time for just playing around with AI is over. So what's the new playbook for leaders who actually want to win? Let's break it down.
You've probably seen this, right? So many companies are in this let's try everything phase. Everybody's dabbling. And PwC hits the nail on the head here. It looks fantastic on a spreadsheet. The adoption numbers are through the roof. But are these scattered, shallow efforts actually moving the needle in the business? The answer is rarely.
And that is the huge shift we're seeing. The time for random bets is coming to a close, and it's being replaced by disciplined strategy. The new mantra, and I love this, is from vibe to value. It's not enough for AI to just feel innovative anymore. It has to deliver real, measurable results. The party's over, folks. It's time to get serious.
Okay, so if throwing AI at the wall and seeing what sticks isn't the answer, then what is? How do you, as a leader, go from just playing with new toys to building real, lasting value for your company? Well, that's the big question, and it's exactly what we're here to unpack.
First up, we've got to look at how the fundamental approach for business is changing. And listen, this goes way beyond just buying some new software. We're talking about a complete strategic overhaul from the very top of the organization all the way down.
PwC's advice here is refreshingly blunt, and it's so good. First, leadership needs to lead. Stop letting 1,000 flowers bloom and start picking the few key spots that will have a massive payoff. Second, go for a total transformation. Don't just tweak a task, rethink the entire workflow from the ground up. And third, and this is so important, you put your best people on it. This is A-team stuff, not a side project for the interns. Now, to pull off that kind of deep change, the tools themselves have to evolve. And this is where it gets really cool. Gartner is pointing to the rise of what they call multi-agent systems. So forget about a single chatbot answering a single question. Instead, imagine a whole team of specialized AIs working together. One pulls data, another analyzes it, a third drafts an email, and a fourth schedules a meeting. The whole group works in concert to automate a complex process. It's a total game changer. And we're also moving past the one-size-fits-all generic AI that we're all used to. By 2026, the real competitive edge is going to come from domain-specific models. These are AIs that are trained on nothing but hyper-specialized data for one particular field. Think clinical trials or financial compliance. And the results? You get way higher accuracy and reliability, which is exactly what you need when the stakes are really high.
So the strategy is shifting and the tools are getting a whole lot smarter. But what does that actually mean for us, for the people doing the work every day? Well, this is where a powerful new kind of human-AI partnership really starts to take shape. PwC has these two fascinating models for what the workforce of the future might look like. For knowledge workers, you might see an hourglass shape. The AI agents handle a lot of the specialized tasks in the middle, which creates more demand for junior talent who can work with AI, and senior leaders who set the strategy. But for other kinds of work, it could be a diamond shape, where AI automates entry-level jobs but creates this huge need for mid-level managers, who are basically conductors of an AI orchestra.
If you are wondering what skill to focus on next, here's your answer. According to McKinsey, the demand for AI fluency, just the ability to use and manage AI tools effectively, has exploded 7 times in just 2 years. 7! And let's be crystal clear. This is not about everyone becoming a coder. It's about everyone becoming a skilled partner with AI.
And this chart really tells the story perfectly. This isn't about our skills becoming useless. McKinsey's research shows that almost 3/4 of the skills that employers want today are still totally relevant in a world with AI. The skills don't just vanish. We just learn to apply them differently, with AI handling the grunt work so we can focus on strategy, creativity, and judgment.
So let's just put this myth to bed once and for all. The story here is not replacement, it is partnership. AI is set to take over the boring, the repetitive, the routine work. And that frees up human beings to focus on the high-impact, high-value stuff that machines just can't do.
But, of course, with all this incredible new power comes some very serious responsibilities. We simply cannot talk about a playbook for 2026 without getting serious about the ethical guardrails and managing the very real risks that are involved. One of the biggest legal landmines out there is something called disparate impact, and the law firm Fisher Phillips explains it really clearly. It's when a tool that seems totally neutral, like an AI that scans resumes, ends up creating biased results. And here's the kicker. Your intent
doesn't matter one bit. If your AI unfairly weeds out people from a certain group, you could be in big trouble.
So how would you even know if this is happening? Well, there's a pretty common test that acts as a giant red flag. It's called the 80-20 rule. Let's just walk through the example here. Say your AI gives a thumbs up to 60% of male applicants, but only 45% of female applicants. You just do the quick math. 45 divided by 60 is 75%. That number is below the 80% threshold, and that is a huge warning sign that your process could be biased and you need to investigate it immediately. It's because of these kinds of risks that finally responsible AI is moving from just talk to actual traction. Both PwC and Gartner are reporting this. Companies are waking up and realizing that building guardrails, auditing their systems for bias, and ensuring security isn't just some nice-to-have ethical checkbox. It is a core business strategy for building trust, and frankly, for avoiding total disaster.
Okay, we have covered the new strategy, the new human partnership, and the massive risks. So now, let's pull it all together into a clear, actionable playbook for any leader trying to navigate the next 2 years. Here is it, your 4-point playbook for 2026. Number 1, be surgical. Pick a few high-impact areas and go deep. Number 2, hire differently. Start looking for those all-around athletes who can orchestrate teams of humans and AI agents. Number 3, redesign whole workflows, not just tiny tasks. And finally, number 4, build in safety and responsibility from day 1. Don't make it an afterthought.
The technology we're talking about isn't some distant dream. It's here, or it's arriving as we speak. So the real question, the only one that's left, is the one right here on the screen. Is your leadership ready for it?